Thank you so much. Good morning, everyone. My name is Matt Kanan. I'm a faculty member in the Department of Chemistry, and I also serve as the director for the Tomcat Center for Sustainable Energy here at Stanford. It's my pleasure to set the stage for this next session on energy entrepreneurship. We have a really exciting panel with 5-star entrepreneurs, so I'm going to speak very briefly to give them the maximum time to take questions and tell you about their innovations and their companies. What I want to do is really just take this opportunity to highlight a program at the Tomcat Center that if you've been here for the past couple of days, you've probably heard of already, called the Innovation Transfer Program, which is designed to really help aspiring entrepreneurs go from an idea or an innovation to a new venture. So just very briefly, what is the Tomcat Center? The Tomcat Center was created by a gift from Tom Steyer and Kat Taylor. We have a very simple mission. It's to advance sustainable energy for the betterment of all. We take that very seriously. Various ways in which we do that. What I want to highlight today is that we really focus on empowering the community and literally anybody in the community who is inspired by the challenges in energy and sustainability and willing to try to take what they've developed either as an idea or an invention and translate that into an impactful product. So sometimes this is faculty members who have been working on a particular research challenge for a long time and have a breakthrough that can lead to a technology. But very often this is students who themselves are involved in the research or who create an innovation within the Stanford ecosystem. Innovation Transfer this program was created in 2013, and really the lion's share of the credit goes to Brian Bartholomew's. He is the executive director at the Tomcat Center for this program. Brian started it under the leadership of the founding director of the Tomcat Center, Stacy Bent. It's been going on since 2013. We really have two goals. It again is to help commercialize innovations and inventions created at Stanford, directed toward energy and sustainability, but equally important to really provide experience that helps train and develop entrepreneurs in this space. Arun has shown some of these metrics previously in this meeting, so I won't spend too much time on this, but over the last 9 years, we have awarded grants through this Innovation Transfer Program to about 98 teams. There are over 70 active companies created from those teams now, over 240 participants originally in the program. And with basically about $5.5 million in, those teams and the companies created from them have gone on to raise over $1.5 billion in follow-on funding. You can see the breakdown there in terms of the amounts of funding for each venture. We've had several startups acquired and enterprise value approaching $6 billion for these companies now. And again, these are all in the sustainability and energy space. But really what we try to do is provide support that's tailored to the needs of the individual teams, which are working across a very broad array of industries to really help them navigate various valleys of death from the research or ideation stage to deployment. And so there's valleys of death associated with creating the company, with further developing the product, perhaps pivoting the technology, validating the market, and then ultimately finding a path to scale. And depending on where the team is, this Innovation Transfer Program will provide support at any of these various stages to help them get past that next valley of death. But also, I think, critically provide mentorship and connections to industry and to other entrepreneurs and investors to provide guidance. So really, what I just want to do very briefly is highlight a couple of examples to show the breadth of innovation at Stanford and really the different technological and innovation lenses through which these challenges are approached. This is one of the bigger success stories from early on in the program. So Aurora Solar was started by two students from the Stanford Business School doing a rooftop solar project in Africa and realized the challenges in designing PV systems, rooftop PV systems. Fast forward to today, Aurora has over 400 employees, and they just reached a milestone of 10 million projects designed earlier this year. So that's a software innovation. On the other side of the spectrum, we have hard tech innovation. So Julie Bloomreiter and BJ Johnson were mechanical engineering PhD students in Chris Edwards' lab. They developed a modification to the diesel engine that enables it to run on ethanol, pure ethanol fuel. Has tremendous reductions in the greenhouse gas emissions, in the particulate emissions, and the NOx emissions. Clearflame just recently closed a $17 million funding round led by Breakthrough. A couple other examples. So Rematter was actually started, and this speaks to sort of empowering the younger student population. Rematter was started by two undergraduates who recognized massive inefficiencies in the scrap metal recycling industry. And so over the course of their undergraduate career, they developed a platform to basically streamline and connect stakeholders in scrap metal recycling. They have bootstrapped. Their company now have over 20 employees, and they're revenue generating. And then another example of sort of the hard tech is Resonant Link, completely redesigned a wireless charging station, have 5x better performance than conventional wireless charging coils. This is started by Grayson Zuloff, who was a PhD in electrical engineering, applications in medical devices and electric vehicles. And the final theme is that there's several companies trying to innovate in concert with local communities. This is an emerging theme in the School of Sustainability. So Regenerative Resources does basically habitat restoration in coastal ecosystems. We supported them for a project in Mexico. They've now expanded to Africa and the Middle East. And then Mawa Modular was founded by a woman in the civil and environmental engineering who had a passion for kind of the intersection of problems in sustainability and humanitarian crises. They've designed modular housing for refugees that's powered by solar panels and can be reconfigured, and it's built to last for many, many years. So I'll just end by saying that there, now, as I said, over 70 companies that have come out of this program. This program is part of a larger ecosystem at Stanford that really has created a culture of innovation in this particularly challenging area of energy and sustainability entrepreneurship. We really see that all of these companies now have really are a source of inspiration for the next generation of founders, and also, and this is something we're trying to amplify going forward, a tremendous resource for those founders as they navigate their own journeys.